Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream everyone. It's your boy trading here. What's up? How's it going guys? Everybody alright? We're gonna start the stream now in fact. We're a bit late, but that's okay. How's everybody doing? Let's get everybody here. So hey Silver, what's up? Morning buddy, how's it going? What's new man? What's up Zell? Morning. Good to have you here. So what's happening to Spy? Spy is just yeah. Spy is just going crazy. Not yet, not yet. It's already filled the gap. It was gapping up a little bit. Spy filled the gap again, which was to be expected, to be honest on it. So to update you guys on yesterday's trades that I left like half, not half finished, but with a runner. Just gonna quickly go through them before I actually start going into the pre-market watch list. Because I've removed them from the watch list. Husa was a really decent trade. My runner was quite decent actually. This one you can call it like almost like a perfect trade, because even the runner was based off of the a really decent systematic and technical exit instead of just trailing the stop with the VWAP. I couldn't trail the stop with the VWAP because VWAP was so far away from the price. It was just hard for me to actually hold on to the VWAP. So initially when I was leaving the stream, it was here somewhere, the stop, I believe somewhere there, and then I dragged the stop down as it was creating swing highs. So when it started to break that 20 EMA and started to hold above it, that's when it created that little let me just zoom in. Yeah, this here, the swing here. That was the stop, and that was perfect basically. Look at the move I caught on this one. I'm not bragging. I don't want to brag, but it's pretty much. I would say about 90% of the move, maybe even more. So great trade. This changes to probably 5.5 hour or something like that. So yeah. That is the result for Husa. And then we had, I believe, a TNXP. TNXP also was a really good trade. What I left with was a runner. My runners, when I say my runners, it's always like 25-30%, right? So we had a really decent move, beautiful trade. Most of it gets taken out on the second partial, almost always. And then the runners get left behind. I think around break even, I had to exit after the swing. Again, on this one as well, I was going to trail the stop with the VWAP. But there was something, there was an issue with this one to trail it with the VWAP. The way it ran, right? It ran too fast. And it was just coming down very stably. Like it had some, I felt like the downward momentum has actually more stability than the upward momentum, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Because if this was better, you see this move and then had nice decent pullback, and then our entry was within that pullback, and it just carried on. But this extension is always trouble. Usually it ends up, just retracing all the way back to the main move. I think it might have done that. I think it did eventually. And I just didn't like the way it was moving. Very, very stable downtrend. This is what I exited way earlier than VWAP, right? So those are the two that we had on the stream. Both of them great trades. Managed to catch really, really decent moves on those two. Yep, that's what I wanted to update. What else I wanted to talk about? Let's talk about SPY now. SPY basically is, we are, at the moment, as it stands, we are showing weakness. And look, we are still in that downtrend on SPY. If you look at it from a bigger medium term outlook, we are still in that downtrend. As you can see, we haven't really broken that medium downtrend trend line. We broke the short-term downtrend, but then that got invalidated by when it broke, and then this one, the new one, got to be valid. So as it stands, this trend line is probably the deciding factor whether it's still going to be an uptrend or downtrend in a medium term outlook. All right. So that's what we're going to keep an eye on. It's too far from it, so until it takes that out, I don't think it's back to its uptrend. It might still be in the chop, but clearly at the moment it looks like a downtrend continuation. Now, if you look at it short term, very, very short term, I feel like this might have been the reversal, and this is the main move. We're getting this as being the main move, and this, we saw these two red days. On even today, if we get a red day, that might be the healthy pullback we might be expecting from this reversal. So if we do get that, we expect a SPY maybe to be like bouncing a little bit. So today could be again, SPY, as usual, it could be a bit difficult to read because it is on that phase, whether it wants to pull back or it wants to actually continue to take, the recent highs out, which is for 1650s. We'll see. So again, waiting on these will be good for us. I would say 10-15 minutes is at least required on SPY. Right. SIGA, I'm still keeping this. I believe these are the catalysts to the smallpox, or whatever you want to call it, the new version of it. These are the catalysts to that, and as you can see, it has quite a bit of extension. I traded, I think these days, that's fine. But the problem with that, as I've been saying it, because the catalyst is there and the issue is still there, it's still holding up. So people are paying, people are just sort of confident in it that $12, $11 average price is okay to pay for it, right? So it's all about sentiment from traders. If they're willing to pay higher prices, then that's how the stock runs, right? It seems like they are happy to pay $12 instead of $7 where it was here, right? $7 or $8. So that in itself, shows some sort of interest, or actually not just some strong interest in that. So we'll see. I am watching this close here, 1220, which is in line with the VWAP, as you can see quite clearly, this zone. So if it starts to take that out, we could have some strength coming into this. We could play it differently, so in quite a few ways. So slightly long biased on that one. AMC short bias clearly, but today I don't expect too much. Yesterday was the day we did not benefit from. We had some opportunities, as you can see, some head and shoulder pattern there, but not a very cleanest head and shoulder. But it was there nevertheless. I would have preferred this move to be bigger on head and shoulder. The initial move wasn't there, but it was kind of, double head and shoulder. But anyways, the reversal pattern came in and then it never looked back. It just drifted down all the way. That was the plan with it, as you can see. Remember this day? Look, that's your typical daily analysis there. Worked out beautifully if you had stuck with it. If you had actually attempted a few more times. But I completely missed it. I'm still keeping it probably for the third day continuation. Usually third days can be a bit difficult, but if it does give us a chance, why not? Yeah, because it seems to be weak. So I know some of you don't like me to talk about AMC for short opportunities, or GME even, but it is what it is, guys. Sorry. Okay, so what else? Sophie, short biased. Looking for shorting opportunities. Very bad volume, if you ask me. Not a great volume, as you can see, but then the move was very stable and strong to the downside. So not a good range as well, as you can see. But I'm thinking if it does take out that 7 and if it stays under that, we might have some more continuation. So 7 is the one to keep an eye on. 7 level on Sophie, if it does break that. AFRM, Slightly short bias. This day was very, very weak. AFRM yesterday was very weak. Look at this move. Beautiful. We might see some continuation off of this sort of weakness. So keep an eye on that. If it starts popping towards yesterday's close, this area is quite strong, I believe. These areas are quite strong. Yeah, so this is very close to the close yesterday. So if it does pop towards that, then we might see some fade off. CRM. I'm keeping this because it is a it's basically a earnings play. And now if you did watch the earnings play, the continuation, right? We might see something like that on this one. But on the other side, usually if an earnings is strong enough, the stock will actually end up green on that day. Doesn't matter if it closes doji green, but you know, it would have closed green. This worries me because it closed red after all this move, right? So are we going to see an attempt to the gap fill? We might initially. And if it doesn't gap fill, or if it doesn't attempt to gap fill and starts to bounce back, we might see an opportunity for longs on it. So there's two, we could use it in two sort of scenarios. Both might work out. So shorting opportunity and longs might be there on CRM. So let's keep that. GME, obviously, earnings report, quite a bit of chop. Nothing happened. Earnings doesn't have any play, I think, today. If it was strong or weak enough, it would have gapped down or gap up. So it was just null, really. Didn't do anything. So I don't expect anything. To be honest, when it comes to daily, this daily is a bit like, this might be the start of the move and then just pull back, a nice healthy pullback with a low volume. The initial move is the main move. So if you look at the daily, if you ask me, it looks a bit of a long play, to be honest. But it might take a while for it to really work. Right, that's the trend line we're waiting for, which is kind of far away. In fact, we could create a shorter term trend line on this one. So if it does take out that 140, crucial level, guys, for the next few days to watch on GME would be that 140 level, right? So that's that. I'm not going to touch a GME today unless it does something really decent, starts creating some direction. AVYA. This is the sympathy play to CRM, Salesforce. That's all I'm going to say to that. If CRM has a play, then we could come back to we could come back to AVYA for somebody who's like who likes to trade bigger positions for small priced. This could be in play. DLTR. DLTR. Okay, why did I keep this? Well, this was a gap up from earnings, and again, Zell and Silver, you should know this is an earnings continuation play. We have this level set up. That's the level I am keeping an eye on. Right, that's the level I'm keeping an eye on. So keep an eye on that one. I'm not too sure about the volume though. I don't like the volume. That's the only thing that's missing from it. I prefer to have much bigger volume than this. That's a big issue on this one. So if you're gonna trade it, just be careful. Okay. Gappers, Chewy. Is that how you call it? I just like to just pronounce the tickers. I don't like to say CHWY. It takes too much of my time. So Chewy. When I say Chewy, you should know what I mean, right? So it's gapping up because of earnings. So this is also an earnings play, as you can see, it's in the earnings section as well, where it's bouncing from. So that might be an area to keep an eye on. If it does hold that level, then that is showing strength. So we could call 27 as a deciding area whether this stock wants to stay strong or maybe fade off a little bit. So 27, keep an eye on that. RPTX, a worldwide agreement of some sort. Okay, so there was an agreement worldwide on. I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand the news, but Price action is telling me there's some sort of a stronger catalyst on this. It's holding up nicely. So these two, Chewy, Gapper, and also RPTX, both of these could actually produce something decent, right? For a momentum play, first day runner. It's Chewy, right? Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Let's do it. All right. Okay, what else? Let's go through the questions. What do we have? What questions? AFRM. Why did I keep it? AFRM. Why did I keep it? Why do I have it? AFRM. Doesn't look that great. Oh, okay. AFRM is not the greatest on the watch. It's already done 2 red days. I was hoping for the third red day. Third red day is possible on this one. Here's why I say this. If you look at the daily, this is very, very very weak stock, right? It's extremely beaten down. It's done its bounce. And this here was actually a multi-day breakout reversal fail, right? That was a failure. So this in itself is like a continuation. It's showing sign of continuation to the downside. So we might see a third day red as well. So that's why I kept it. Not the greatest of the daily to keep it, but I think it might be worth to keep an eye on this. Yeah, that's why I kept it. And the volume isn't bad. I would have preferred the volume. Volume is risen. As you can see on the last day, it's risen. And hopefully today we might have some range as well on this one. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm keeping an eye on it. That right now is attacking that level. So my level actually, in fact, wasn't 24. It's already down. So that's already in the process of that red day. So my level is here, as I mentioned. So this is your zone, 2420s, 2430s, that 10 cents zone. If it does pop to that area, I'm happier, actually. I would prefer it to bounce. I wouldn't like it to carry on like that because it wouldn't give us a chance. So it would be too overextended. Yes, sir. Okay. What else? Anybody has anything else that I've forgot to mention? Wow, look at SPY right now. Let's have a look at SPY. Look at that. Right? Do you see it? Do you see it? Yeah, I mean, look, you guys are already like contributing so nicely. Let's say 3-4 months ago, silver, and most of people who start out initially, we just don't have that map, right? We need a map to get to where we want to be, and then it's very, very difficult to find the right map. To be honest, in this industry, it's very difficult. I've been there. And hopefully you guys are at the right place to find that map and stick to it. So the more you get good at reading the map, then you guys can also guide others to that specific route or to the shortcuts you have taken. You see what I mean? That's the whole idea. Hopefully within a year or two, Silver, Zell, Solid is already obviously contributing, and yeah, you guys will be here, James, to put more basically, what do you call that? Helping hand, basically, to others. MSFT, what's happening to MSFT? Is there news on it? Yeah, it is. Oh, cuts earnings, revenue guidance citing for. So is that guidance is cut as well on this one? Could be the guidance thing. Yeah. I mean, we'll keep an eye on this one. MSFT on the big names here. It'll be interesting to see what. Yeah, looks like a emotional one. This whole thing. Mark is not taking good. No, it's not a good response. So this might drift off now. This also is gonna affect. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what it does. It seems like an emotional move. Yeah, earnings based. Sometimes you don't get it on the Thinkorswim. There it goes. You see. On the Yeah, I think she's a bit busy with studies. I haven't reached out to her, to be honest. I will reach out to her definitely. She is also one of the usual crew, to be honest, usual gang. So I need her to be here if she can. So hopefully she's gonna ease off with the studies over the summer times, and she can be here from you know. Yeah. Random cheetah is Jessica. She's a girl. I believe so. Yeah, I spoke to her as well. Um, I did live now at I guess verified. Verified, yeah. How come it's showing 1st of June, and how come my live announcement didn't go through? Dude, market's gonna open very, very soon. Best of luck. I'm gonna wait up, sit on my hands for a while, and wait for the opportunities to come in. So let's move on to the main one. Interesting. What else do we have? AMC. You mean this voice? How about this voice? I probably will talk in these kind of voices for like a few minutes and see if it works. Right, so we've got AMC. AMC is washing already, as you can see. Microsoft washing. In fact, SPY is gonna wash with it. So yeah, off the gate, quite a bit of a negativity. Just weakness written all over the market. Okay. AMD is surprisingly strong compared to the market. Apple is dropping. Yeah, pretty much SPY is dropping as well. SPY is dropping. AMC. So most of the things we're watching is dropping. Sophie, not a good volume on Sophie. Sega AFRM. AFRM has SSR on, which can be difficult. CRM. Yes, sir, Darkness. Yes, we're waiting for that, man. Let's go. SIG is also under that. Yeah, it's washing nicely. So there could be opportunities on these if market stays the way it is. But I don't really think it will, but we'll see. It's still early to call. Too early to call. Microsoft gapping down because of earnings, and is there going to be continuation? There might be. Yeah, seems like there will be. So Microsoft is interesting. Just a bit too early for me though. AMC. Okay. Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, AMD is the most strongest at the moment of what I see. So AMD definitely is relatively strong. So if SPY starts to bounce and show strength, then AMD might be the one to look out for. But I'm kind of inclined to take that SIGA for a short. And also maybe AMC for possible short. But the thing is, SIGA, we have to be careful because the strength, the catalyst is quite strong on this one. So it might be a good idea to wait up on SIGA. Let's have a look at AMC. AMC might be a better option here. AMC, yeah. SPY's bouncing. So this is your initial chop basically. So price discovery. Let's see what it does, where it goes. So let's just wait up. AMC looks good. If SPY starts to hold here, AMC would look good. Okay, planning to enter AMC, guys. 1245, 1245s, 1245s. Break of VWAP will be the stop. 1245. I'm short. 1245s. Might be a quick one. This might be a quick one. Usually on this time frame, it is a very quick trade, so you have to be careful. Seems like it. Let's see. 1260, around 1260s will be very tight. Also 15 cents stop, which I can handle. I might even, like, once it starts to create the direction, if it does work for me, I might add to it. So just starting a little bit. 1260s. Okay, let's see if it breaks that. I don't mind exiting early as well on this one. Okay, 1263. Just don't want to be chasing the exit though. Don't want to be chasing the exit. 1262, 61s. 1262s. My daily level on AMC is basically this level here, 1267. So could wait for that to break. As you can see, rejection coming in now after the VWAP. and our SPY is also continuing to actually trying to take the lows out. So might be better to actually hold off on this one. I could definitely hold on until 1270s. So I could even like, we'll see if we can add to it as well on AMC. Wow, Sega was a good opportunity in hindsight. All right, AMC 1250. AMC is relatively strong though. This is just like yesterday. Remember that CLF? SPY kept on going down, and CLF just kept on like holding. And then all of a sudden, after I tried 2-3 times, it just as soon as I exit, it just went. So all right, so on this AMC, we can definitely keep this level as a stop. Wow, SIGA, SIGA. I guess the catalyst isn't strong enough for us for it to hold. Yeah, that is definitely weak. So AMC, if it takes that 1265s out, I might exit on it. 1265, yeah, right about now. Yeah. Yep, out. 67, I'm out, guys. This is too strong at the moment. At this point. So right there. Usually AMC will tend to do that, right? It does tend to do that. A bit of a chop comes in, but look at what it did yesterday, right? Pretty much similar idea. But if it starts to show weakness coming in, look at that, right? Chops around and then chooses the direction. So we might have to wait to catch something on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I waited 5 minutes at least, so that's per rule. Are we talking about? We're talking about obviously SPY, right? Yeah. Just give me a second, because that question I have to like. I'm watching quite a few things. Just give me a sec. Jesse, are you in the Discord? Anyways, welcome to the stream. First of all, Jesse, just hold on. Look at this trend coming, and I just didn't like the way it was popping. That's one sign that AMC might be stronger today. At this point, it is stronger. Look at the way volume coming in. So, is this something to do with GME? Could be. Look at GME, right? GME popping. This is popping. So, interesting. Now, GME might have a delayed reaction to the earnings. Is this the delayed reaction? We'll find out. Yeah. Okay. Awesome, Jesse. We'll have a look at the SPY in a minute. Okay. So SPY, as I said, at the moment, as it stands, is weak, right? Let me look at it from my other. So, but the issue with SPY is, let me bring up the. Okay, so SPY, I'm thinking this is what my analysis is on it. So we've got a medium-term downtrend on it, right? That is pretty clear. We have a short-term kind of reversal coming into it, right? Broken the previous swing high and is staying above that. I'm thinking that this might be the original move to the upside, and the next few days could be the pullback. So we are in that pullback zone, which means we might see some weakness on the SPY, but not too much. Once that weakness stops, then we might see a real move to the upside. So that's kind of like a short-term next weekly analysis, basically, in the next week, right? In the long term, we are still in the downtrend, right? if you think about it. Medium term, sorry. Medium term, we're still in the downtrend, so we have to be careful. So medium term downtrend, short term kind of like an uptrend, but obviously medium term beats the short term. So weakness definitely is there on SPY. So if you were to ask me, sum it up in one word, weakness at the moment as it stands. So your plan, don't know what your plan is. I think you want to take over 412, 413. That sounds about right to me, because that's when it's going to show strength over 41. In fact, even over 410, over 410, 411, that will be the direction chosen by the SPY. And at the moment, as it stands, as long as it's staying under that VWAP, it's still in that downtrend. So I think, and SIGA seems to be interesting, guys, for possible shorting opportunity. SIGA, I just don't like the wick on it. That's all. And here goes SPY. Chewy is reacting. Chewy, right? Just have a look at GME. Strong, guys. 122 break. This seems like it wants to go, guys. GME is quite strong. Yeah. So Chewy. 27 level. Yeah, I was watching that 27 level on Chewy. Let's have a look at Chewy on the other one. Chewy. I want to wait up on Chewy. This is too early. Although this is your front side short. But I want to wait up for it to take that 2670. If it trades under 2670, we might take some shorts on it. But this is, remember, this is still, in my opinion, strong because of gap up, because of earnings. Although, having said that, how much has gone down? Not much. So it's still showing strength. So now this could be, in fact, on the break of 27.11s, could be a possible long opportunity on this one, to be honest. Right now. 27.11s, hold on. So is this, look, is this the stop run and then the rejection? Could be. This seems like very, very likely to be like that. But as you can see, it does the breakout entries, takes them out, and then just completely rejects now. So if it holds like this, there might be some shorting opportunity even now. But we'll have to wait for it to close. Let's wait for it to close. So huge volume came in. Okay, it's holding though. It's holding. 2707, reading the tape. Trying to read the tape if we can. 2704s. Okay, as it stands, it's weak. Rejection came in strongly, so 27 now, but that could be early chop. I want to see what this candle does. How far does it go? It'll be interesting to see. Wow, look at GME, dude. All right, I might take this Chewy, guys, for a possible short. I just need it to be a little bit closing under that 27 though. I need to be, yeah, I need it to be under 27. No, it just wants to hold as well somehow. That 27 is holding. So there's a big fight coming, actually. Interesting. There's a big fight between 27 and the top. About 30 cents fight. I think this has strength, guys. We might longing it. I'm thinking of longing, guys. 27.11, 27.07. Tie stops as well. 27.07s, 08s, 10s. Okay, 27.10. 27.10. There we go. Long 27.10. With a stop under the stop is always under the VWAP in these kind of sort of trades, under close of the VWAP, right? Not just a wick. So it could be 26, 60, 70, 80, anything like that. But I wouldn't really like it to be trading under the 27. Because if it like that, yes, that's weakness. That was definitely a short. So I'm gonna flip this, guys. I'm gonna flip this to possible short. Not just yet, because I need it to be closing under VWAP. So this could also be that early chop, right? It might be very quickly on the flip side. 26. Flipping it, guys. Flipping it. 26.85. Okay. 26.85. These are very quick trades, guys. Flipping it. Just waiting. Wow, look at GME. GME keeps going, man. It's like one of those 27.87. Okay. At the 26.80, I will flip it, guys. 26.80. 26.80. It needs to see that. Yeah, Chewy is quite at the moment quite choppy, but if we can catch it early, then we are in a really good position. That's why I'm trying to sort of feelers early. Okay, this is okay holding, so this is good. I'm still sticking with my long then in that case. That you see this here? This was to scare the longs. Now it could still be weak. There's a lot of orders here. A lot of orders here that needs to get taken out. So for me, I needed to be staying over 27s and trade over 27s, and then I'll get a chance to maybe add to it. But at this point, I can't add. I can't do anything with it. You see, this stop run came in as well. That's why you gotta give that chance. All right, here we go, Chewy. Oh, Siga looked okay to me. Okay, long. We're only long at this point, Chewy. And that is looking good. I want it to stay over 27. That's the whole purpose of this. Wait. Just as long as it stays over 27, I'm good with it. This is your first day of the earnings, by the way. Earnings report on this one. First day of earnings. Usually what you will see on earnings is first day gaps up and then tries to sort of find the liquidity as much as it can, get as many people as filled in that before it starts to make the real move. This might be the real move on Chewy. Looking good. Managed to stay. Now, if it does stay like this, we can even keep our stops under like 27. Again, it has to be closing under 27. This is a perfect example of why I wait for the close, right? This wick got under the VWAP, and if you had a hard stop, you're out, right? So it never closed, went in, went outside and inside, and then just reverses out. So you gotta be a little bit. I mean, Siga, I missed it. Siga, I think it's a bit too late now, but the entry was a bit higher. Hopefully, you took that instead of chasing it. Yeah, your GME hopefully goes to the moon, guys. At the moment, as it stands, it looks quite strong. What you don't want to see is this showing heaviness here and then starts reversing. Even if it does reverse, you want it to be reversing slowly towards the VWAP and then make another move. So you don't want huge volume coming in on the reversal or pullback. All right, see guys applying that pressure on the VWAP. If I was in on this Siga, I would, again, same thing. I manage it pretty much everything that same way. I would wait for it to close above the VWAP and then decide on it, and then be quick on it. Sometimes you might give up more on that, but usually most cases it works. CRM is looking quite strong. Actually, you know what? CRM 177 break was much better, much better. We did look at CRM. What happened to it? Let me look at it on my other. Yesterday's close was 176. In fact, break of 176, but it was chopping around. But yeah, the 177 break was much better area. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like beautiful volume coming in on the break of the 17, and also look at this price action. Really, it's that initial sort of hold. Let's have a look. So this little here, this little flag, that in itself, like if it was weak or if we wanted to continue from yesterday's weakness at the end of the day, which was red, it would have at this point continued a little bit down and lower, be underneath the VWAP, right? Underneath it here somewhere. But it didn't. It held it, especially around that 177 area. There's just volume came in massive, and yeah, so far so good on CRM. We might have a second day run on this one on CRM. My Chewy is also looking decent at this point. I would really like it to go towards 28s to take something out. Already is way up there, about almost 2R. I could take some now on Chewy. I want to take some now actually because this is just Chewy. All right, let me put that on the charts. Okay. Yeah, CRM, as I mentioned, CRM is quite strong. What's our SIGA is doing that pause. Remember, it's just gearing up for a big move, SIGA. So just keep an eye on this one if you are short on it. If it does break that 1140, you should be quite comfortable in it if it stays under 1140. And if it does break that 1170s, then that's probably a reversal coming in. So we've got a really nice range to keep an eye on. Yes, sir. Avia, yeah, I forgot about that actually. Thanks for reminding me. Avia, I was mentioning, yeah, is quite strong. It's a sympathy to CRM, so yep, we could have taken advantage of that. Could we have? Let's have a look. Could we have taken advantage of Avia? So it's relatively stronger than CRM actually. Avia being the sympathy play. So yeah, it was just interesting. Right. We'll keep an eye on it on the side. We've got SPY that is actually trying to take the. It's like showing like weakness, and if it's, I think 408 is the way to watch on SPY, and if it takes that out, I think we have some weakness coming into SPY. Yeah, I think so. It needs to be under 408 though. This might continue. There it goes. Okay, so SIGA, SIGA is not much, but I'm gonna try on SIGA now. Chewy is going down because SPY is also doing that. That is not good. I'm gonna be probably out of Chewy for a break even, guys. My clear stop now is on Chewy is a break of this 26, although still early. I think still early in my opinion. But I don't wanna hold off until here 2650s, no. So if it does take me out, that's fine. Minimum losers. I could have taken something out, definitely. It was enough for me to take 1.5R somewhere there, but I didn't. But now Under 27 is my stop. There, 27, 26.90s. Small little stop. I think it's gonna take me out. Yeah, it's taking me out, guys. I'm out. Yes, sir. SIGA. I'm willing towards SIGA. SIGA short 1143. 1143. I managed to get some decent. It's still a chase for me, to be honest. At this point, I would have preferred SIGA to be here, entry to be here, but it's okay. I can handle the stop of 1170. So that's our stop there. That's your SPY is also showing weakness under the lows and is starting to take the lows again. So yeah, is it gonna have momentum to the downside? It might. AMC also was one of the ones that we were watching, weren't we? For a possible 20-cent stop. What do you mean 20-cent stop? When did you take it? When did you take it? Siga. Come on, Siga. Yep, I'm waiting for Siga as well. 1257. Yeah, I mean AMC and GME does not have that much of a correlation at this point. They used to be. They used to be very correlated, but they act a bit separately these days. A bit strange. Nice bounce coming on a GME. Was this the pullback? I think so. This was the pullback I was mentioning. This is to the idea where it did its main move, profit taking came in, and then the real move comes in and starts again. So how many of these real moves we see will define its strength today? Again, SPY still in chop. We are back inside that 408, and if that's the case, then we're going to see some chop on others as well. Jamie for over long. I think a lot of people are in that same boat. Okay, all right. Yes, sir. Nice one, solid. Lovely. Off the VWAP, yeah, I was looking at the AMD. That one is the one that has strength. In fact, those are the stocks that might be keeping the SPY from going further down, to be honest. Because what's our MSFT doing? MSFT is also kind of over VWAP and holding its gain for the market open. So yeah, I think we are seeing some sort of a bounce coming in on SPY, and which means that AMD is going to run, which is really good. All right, Siga, I'm going to be out on it. Just waiting. Okay, 1175. Okay, 1176, 64. All right. Yeah, Siga is hitting everybody's stop, apparently. This is bouncing. Look, SPY is bouncing. This was actually a fake breakdown. So now it wants to take the 409.20s. Is it gonna take it out? We'll see. I think if it does take it out, next will be 409.50s. That's to keep an eye on. Okay, I'm out of SIGA here. In fact, exactly the same place as I had my mental stop. So that's good. Avia possible bonds of EMA. Avia. What's our CRM doing? CRM. CRM is actually bouncing off nicely. Chewy just thingied me out, like really wicked me out, and then this might have, it might stall here for a while before it goes. CRM. Let's have a look at Avia. Yeah, interesting because, yeah, I think so. As long as CRM stays strong, this is a better place. Yeah, I agree. Avia. CRM. SPY definitely in a chop. It hasn't created direction yet. So you gotta be. So here's the thing. This is our YB zone now. It's usually created the first 20 minutes, half an hour, the YB zones. So now we want to make sure that SPY is either trading above or below this for us to actually consider a direction. Anything before that will be just really sort of 50-50, in my opinion. That's what I'm waiting for. So I'm just gonna wait on SPY, guys. Oh, you meant Chewy? Yeah. Okay. So I was kind of thinking there's no pre-market trend line on that one. Let's have a look. So yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense, but I wouldn't really sort of consider that too much of a thingy. Now the thing that you want to keep an eye on is now it's this one, right? And also this could be in play. I think there might be some shorting opportunities on this one if it takes that out. So I might actually look into it because it's failing completely. Every time it tries to take the highs out, it fails off. So this consistent pressure coming into it. The issue with this one is it's an earnings gap up, and we have a gap that is, how much is this? Yeah, actually we might see an attempt to gap fill as well on this one. I'm waiting on Chewy for probably possible shorting opportunity. I think this trend line is useless at the moment. No, more a stronger area is this area here, 2670. This area. So this area, sorry. So you can call it 2670, 2665. Just waiting game, guys. Waiting game. That's all. That's why I'm very careful trading AMC. AMC is always, it has that chop. Yesterday I didn't trade it because there was chop on it. I traded today because of yesterday. Just got me out one trade loser. AMC is always like that. On AMC, you want to wait for that proper direction, I think. Once it starts to create a direction, it does tend to move. Okay, so Chewy is looking interesting, guys. Under 27. 2670 break would be nice. 75 break. 2675 break with a stop over 27 if it does break. So Chewy, interesting, guys. If it does break, take this low out. I wanna start at the break of this low, and then at the break of that low, probably add to it. So the reason why I am actually doing a breakdown on it, because I need to make sure that it's a proper confirmation instead of early entries. So thinking of possibly shorting a Chewy under 26.75, ideally 73, 72s, and then adding to it 26.60s. Yeah, I mean, Jesse, you gotta wait for the SPY to create a direction. This is if you want to keep a reference point. This is how I keep my reference point on SPY, which is basically it needs to take out these zones for me to actually consider a direction. At the moment, it hasn't created that direction yet. You want to read a SPY, it's 50-50 at the moment. So it's a great thing to wait up. Yeah, it's chopped me around as well. I've got like two trades that are losers already, and also one almost like break even, kind of very small loser. But the two losers are kind of like, yeah, they're kind of like close to 2R. So I'm down like 2R today, guys, already. Yeah. Siga, I feel like there's a. Let me have a look at Siga, guys. Siga. Siga might. Again, are we in this chop zone? Interesting, Siga. CRM, beautiful. It's really nicely strong. And also Avia was an opportunity as well. But Avia isn't now. It's not as strong as CRM. R is your risk to reward. RR, we talk about RR all the time. Whenever it comes to losers or winners, I'll always talk about RRs. So if I say I have a 4R winner today, that means if I was risking 100 every trade, that's $400. I really don't like to talk about dollars because that's a wrong mentality to go into trading, and I've suffered from it for years. Finally got some, what do you call that, therapy. got some therapeutical help. So it's always R. You'll hear me talk about R's. So losers are always in R's. So I'm 2R down today, 2R red. So that could be for someone $20. That could be for someone $2,000. So it's irrelevant, basically. It's just it works for everyone, right? Hope that clears it. SPY is kinda trying to push it. Let's see if this brings volume. Yeah, so we're in the same boat here, Silver. But your CRM is working somehow. Why are you down 2R? Oh, you took AMC as well. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I'm looking at, yeah, it's definitely cleaner. Yeah, I'm looking at the QQQ. Now remember, sometimes QQQ would be the leader. Sometimes SPY is the leader. It depends on which leading stock is leading the markets. So if it's a tech based, in that case, QQQ will be cleaner and looks relatively strong. Look, QQQ is already breaking the highs, almost attempting to break highs, whereas SPY is kind of falling behind. So that means, uh, for example, AMD is the strongest of them all. Yeah, so this is gonna pull with it. Look at the strength. That's gonna start to pull with it. There's the volume coming in. You see this volume coming in now on SPY. So are we seeing a directional change or a decision on the direction? We might be looking into this. Oh, no partials on CRM yet. Okay. I wonder why. Like 180 area, right? 180 area is a partial, right, on CRM? Or am I wrong on this? So your trade was on this here somewhere, and then 180. Yeah, definitely 180 area. I would have taken some out and then let the rest. Your stop now, 177, under 178 basically, just under 178, and you've got a runner going. This one, as I mentioned yesterday as well, CRM is one of those that you can actually swing. You can, as long as it's actually valid. Oh, there we go. Now SPY decided. Okay, so now we can start looking for those pullback trades on bigger names. Yes, sir. The way SPY is moving, that's gonna help CRM as well. AMD is nicely going further up. Avia, here you go, Avia as well. Avia just went for it. So it's again the sympathy for CRM. Look at that. Nice. That's why you take the partials on CRM. Expect, if something is moving like that, expect a bit of a retracement. Now, can you hold the retracement? That retracement can also be a reversal. So you want to always bank in. So, is SPY gonna hold here? Let's see if we get a nice pullback on SPY for some decent opportunities. Wow, CRM is pulling back strongly. CRM is pulling back strong. That was not valid. Chewy somehow is holding now. Is it gonna run? Let me have a look. Chewy could be a possibility, guys. Chewy. And now that SPY is also running like that. 27.55s. Chewy, guys. Possible long Chewy. 50 cents though. Stop is around 50 cents. Just a bit. Just a bit. Some pressure coming in though. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna wait up for my last trade. I already have two losers. I don't like to be down 3 hours. I'm usually down like 2 hour, 1.7 hour, 2.5 hour, something like that, but barely 3 hours. If I do hit the 3 hour, then I am out. And it's been a while since I hit that, so I'm just gonna wait up for my last bullet. Loading up the gun, waiting. The only thing I'm looking at is Chewy for a possible long. It's trying to sort of, but it's just I don't really have a strong setup there. The volume also is a problem. 412, 412, yeah. I mean, you could wait around 412. Chewy doesn't look great. Okay. Do you trade Chewy, Darkness? Do you ever trade Chewy or these kind of stocks? Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Wow, Sega just kept going, huh? Sega just kept going. Never looked back. I'm gonna keep Chewy here. SIGA. Look at that. And it's attacking yesterday's. Is it yesterday's close? Yeah. SPY's washing. Yeah. Very, very clear aggressive. That's why you gotta stick to your stop, isn't it? You gotta stick it. Yeah, I agree. Darkness. Yeah, if you do options, you want to stick to the massive volume stocks as well as ETFs. ETFs are usually the get go of the choices, the first choice. But we're trying to trade everything. Like we want to have a variety here. I do not concentrate on the options on the stream, but I do trade on the side for swings, as I mentioned before. So, although you might not like me to talk about low floaters and this and that, but that's the way I trade my day trades. So I'm gonna talk about whatever I tend to trade during the day. So yeah, that's your reversal coming in. Very choppy. Very, very choppy. You can easily day trade the options, of course. Yeah, just like Darkness is doing. You gotta stick to what works for you. I mean, he trades options just the ETFs. That's all you need, anyways. right? I mean, you can even trade futures if you do that. Futures might be slightly better option when it comes to, but then again, it depends on your style as well. Yeah, darkness. I guess that's everybody knows that. I think. Exactly. Exactly. I might be wrong on that. Sorry. I mean, stream is definitely going to benefit from information like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's, in the chat, guys. They are clearing things out for you. Sitting on my hand. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to explain it, Jesse. Yeah, for sure. That's why everybody loves to trade SPY. Nobody talks about SPX. That is the real index. But everybody talks about SPY somehow. SPY just chopping around. Just when you say that it's about to create a direction, it doesn't. So, is this the direction on SPY? Maybe. Yeah, just do SPY. SPY is more than enough. Chewy, 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 chew. Yeah, it's kind of chewing. If you were stuck on chewy, like long and shorts, uh, it will definitely chew you to pieces for sure. That's why I think it's better to wait for the direction on it, and it might never come today, which is all right. So just like on SPY, we're still waiting, and it's at that zone. It's trying to sort of take out the low of day. Now, if it does, then we can call that, yes, that might be the direction. But today I don't know about SPY, guys. It's kind of extremely choppy. And if anything, I'm a bit inclined towards, we might have a weak day, but we'll see. This is why I was watching 411s, right? 410s broke briefly and then came back very quickly inside it. So that 410 area, let's say, do we have a level there on daily levels there as well on 410, but 411 was a much better area, I think. Barely got there and then rejected. And let's see what it does. Actually, solid for plays like Chewy. I do tend to have a big stop loss. Because they do that. Usually, what you will see on these kind of, let's say we were long Chewy on this here, right? And What you want to do is, if you want to really play the earnings play, and if you have strong convictions, you want to, you want to put your stop at the lows. That's the ideal way to deal with it, and just leave it. And then once it starts to create a proper direction, then you can always do it. So over here, even I was saying, look, I'm starting, but I will wait for a direction to be um, made, and then I'll start adding, right? That's usually the case with the longs that I take. Most of the time in the longs, when they do work out, I've always like added on it, right? When they do work out properly. But for the shorts, I can always go in with the full size, because I know my timing on the shorts are quite good, and my stops are quite clear as well, right? So what has changed on the SPY? There's something has changed, obviously. The price action, the momentum, the way it's trading has changed. So this might be the directional change. Yep, this might be. Tried to attempt to take that 408, couldn't, and now it's falling. There you go. But have a look at AMD though. Like, look at that. I mean, SPY's done that, and AMD is like, nah, I'm not going anywhere. So, it's, that is your relative strength example, best example. But if SPY starts to, wash off and starts to um, create new lows, then obviously that's going to affect AMD. But it's at the moment, AMD is not bothered by it. It's like it's just brushing it off. Gotcha, Jesse. Gotcha. You're waiting for those levels, which is great. Waiting for those levels are great. But remember, if you do take option puts or calls as it's breaking, that's when you're going to be paying the most expensive price at that point. So what I would definitely say is, if you have levels, right, you wait for them to break, right? And you wait for them to break, and then make up decisions after that, whether it pulls back to a certain level and creates nice little tight pattern. For options, you obviously you have to worry about the IV, right? And for when it starts to trade in a momentum based price action, you're going to be paying expensive. But if it starts to hold, like over here, look, if you, let's give you an example of, let's say, Siga. If you were chasing the stock on options here, anywhere here, you would be paying really expensive, like way more than you should be, like. But if you had waited for this pullback, this tight range, this is when things calm down a little bit, right? So that's what I meant. But I'm sure you know what you're doing. That's how I do, anyways. So I do things when it comes to options. See, you guys looking good, by the way. See, you guys looking good right about now. 12.19s. Under 12 is your stop. So 12.20, 20-cent stop. See, you got. I might take this, guys. Is this my last trade? It could be, yeah. Where's the volume at? Volume coming in, 12.20. Looking into Siga, guys. Possible long. 12.21. 12.21 long Siga, guys. Average 12.21 long. Last trade, guys, for me, last trade. And if it does take me out, I'll just end up early. End it early. Even a week out, it's not gonna hurt you as much, but it will still be it will have a play, obviously, right? You're chasing a stock that has high volatility, right? So on this one, guys, again, one last try on Sega for under 12. I'll come out of this. Just chasing a momentum on this one. I really wanted to take out the highs very quickly. If it doesn't, then the momentum might have slowed down. In that case, we might have to exit early. What's up? What's up, Mano? How's it going? Awesome stuff. You gotta be much clearer than that, Darkness. What are you shorting? You obviously trade the ETFs, right? So you're talking about SPY? SPY, if you're talking about SPY, it looks good. Yes, it looks good. I would join you actually if you're talking about SPY under 408. But it has to close. I can't take any more trades, guys, so I probably won't. Yeah, I probably won't. I might. I'm lying. I can't trade. I need to wait for my Sega to play out, which is doing okay. Broke on the 12:30 high of day, and hopefully stays that way. And when it starts to give me a few partials, then I can relax and take more trades. At the moment, I can't. Yes, sir. Dude, minus 3.1 R, you gotta call it a day. Zero, call it a day. That's it. You're done. You can't go beyond 3 R. $2.5. Okay, you're pretty close to mine, but mine is still stuck on two R's. But I think I might have a good trade here at Sega, on Sega. Nice one, Mano. You need that sometimes. You definitely need that. Let's go SIGA. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We are at that yesterday's high. That's a level that we have to be careful on Sega SIGA, yesterday's high. Why don't I have on these yesterday's high? So that's the 1250 is an area that we could take some partials out. So not too much, just a little bit. I'm going to be taking close to 1250. Ooh, look at the volume coming in on this. Look at the volume coming in. I might not take the partial, guys. I might not take the partial. Volume is really going for it. There it goes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, baby. Yes, I agree, Mano. Thursday, Friday combo. I hate that. Usually my Thursdays are okay. Dude, is this a fake out of the level? Hopefully not on Sega. It might come back and hurt me for waiting, not taking the partial, but I'm gonna wait up on it. Yep, that's exactly what I'm worried about. But it's bringing in so much volume that I thought it was just going to break and then not come under that level. At the moment, it's right on that level. It hasn't really sort of successfully broken it yet. The volume is coming in though, so that way. And look, we are not really sort of rejecting from the level. For those of you, if you're not seeing anything here, we are looking at a level up about 1250, which is a daily level right there. So it's rejected from there. So if I show you on my other chart, which is this one, there you go. It's rejecting slightly now. That's the rejection I was expecting from it. You see this level here? That's the daily level there. That is it dashed orange? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We have that rising volume, which is good, but we want that 1250 to break on SIGA. And also Chewy is just playing around. Just chewing everyone. That trend line is not. If the volume comes in now, this could be early opportunity for longs because it is somehow holding and it's got a nice little flag pattern going on at the moment. But I don't really trust Chewy to actually stick to the pattern or respect the pattern. But volume is the key. I'm looking at Chewy as well. Volume is the key, which I think is bringing. The volume is coming in. So break of 27.55 might be good on this one. Break of 27.55 again, 50 cents stop on this one. At least, maybe more, just over 50 cents, 60 cents. The reason why I'm interested in Chewy is, and you might think, why are you still interested? It's just chopping around. Usually, it does chop around like this. Earnings play is gapped up, and it's the fact that it's holding its gap, and it's holding about this whatever the area this is over the VWAP. That's the sign that it's somehow staying strong, right? Staying strong. And then usually later on there's some momentum comes in it as long as it hasn't faded off yet, because if it was to go for a gap fill, usually these kind of moves would have actually carried on and faded off. So that's what I'm thinking. Chewy. Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility it might stay choppy. It is still staying choppy. But I'm just watching the volume. If it picks up, I don't mind taking long on it. Yes, that's the plan. Guys, when you do take any trades, trying to give some numbers, right? Like, don't just say like I'm short, I'm long. Like, just give numbers. Like, at which area did you short? Because that's for reference, right? We need to know where you entered and how you managed the trade. And this is a good thing for you as well, because you are basically accountable for your trades. You're actually calling out your trades, your trade management, which is great. But if you can just give us some numbers so we can actually have that reference point. It'll be great. Sounds like one. All right, Chewy. The volume, is it coming? Chewy, are you bringing the volume? 24:55. Chewy, still early, but I want to start early. 27:55. 55. And then about 60-70 cents stop. Fuck's sake, man. Oh my god. Chewy. It might not be. No. Dude, freaking, this is why I, I freaking take thingy a little bit early, right? A little bit before it breaks. After it breaks, it's too late. If you have a stop order, you're getting filled here, right? Not here. That's why I just have to. It's risky to like enter early, but sometimes it pays off. I mean, this might not be a great example, but those ones that we wait for it to get filled, and when they do run it, they never look back. They never give you a chance. But anyways, if I missed it, I missed it. That's fine. But I was watching for that specific move here, and this might be the start of the move as long as the volume actually holds. Surprisingly, it's not bringing in more volume, but the good thing is it's not actually pulling back as well. So it might be gearing up for another big move towards 28s as well. This looks interesting. Again, it's a bigger picture idea. Shame I couldn't catch it, but it is what it is. We can't catch them all, so we'll see. We'll see if it takes out the highs. Even if it does take out the highs, then it might be a bit too late. Yeah, it was a nice little watch on that one. We were patient on it. We could have easily been chopped around, but I know these kind of stocks that they do take their time before they actually make their move. So yeah, it was a perfect timing. Just was like a second, not even a second, like half a second. I was late, and I was just like I was watching 27:48, 49s, 48s. All of a sudden, I saw like 27, 27:60s, 70s, and it was just too late. When GME attacking 130 level. Let's have a look at GME. GME. Chewy. I think I should leave Chewy alone now. GME. Ooh, 128 is getting attacked. 130 level? 128, you mean? Okay. Sophie as well. Yeah, Sophie attacking the highs. Just, yeah. Just a bit difficult though. None of these have enough strength to carry on with the momentum. So they do pop and then they just slow down or drop. What else do we have? So this zone is still active on SPY. It is, we can call, look at the range in SPY, 410, 40, all the way to 407. So we got what, about 2.5, something like that, $2.50 range, which is not too bad. Actually, you know what? The range that it's mostly in is between 407.50 and 409. So that's a $1.50 range that is mostly traded in. This was just a quick one, these ones. So the main range was this zone that we created. Yeah, I do used to trade futures quite. Yeah, I did used to trade it for some numbers of years, few years, I think. E-minis, mostly E-minis, Nasdaq, and then the dollar. What is it? What's it called? CE, I believe. I used to trade commodities as well. Oil was something that I used to trade really, really, like every single day. CL. I do have experience in every little. I used to trade forex. I began with forex actually for a few years. Believe it or not, I had some beginner luck on forex in the beginning year. No, second year. Very good beginner luck, and then just fell apart. Any good or bad trading ES? What does that mean? You mean good bad experiences or anything good about it? CRM is just crazy going, right? Well, hopefully silver took some partials on it. Oh, stop that. Okay. Was it a good winner or? Oh, so 180, around 180 area, you hadn't taken it, and then when we were discussing it, it was gapping down. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Silver. That this, look, Silver. This one should never have been it's not even about breaking even. CRM. Let's have a look at that. So you took it somewhere here, right? Somewhere there. Even if you had taken it here, let's say, which I wouldn't agree with. That's a chase. Um, you you had like 179, but 180, as I was mentioning, is a quite. It gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, 5 minutes to actually exit, and it constantly telling you like I'm pausing here. You gotta keep an eye on. Chewy might be going for another round, guys. This might be another possible entry on Chewy, but I'm not taking it because I hate chasing. I don't like to do that. For me, it feels like chase at the moment, but definitely looks like a long Chewy right there. Yeah, it looked strong, but even though you want to take out, if you had taken anywhere a little bit lower, I would have suggested to take partials on these strengths, because that's when you really want to take partials. That's when you get the best price. There goes Chewy. This might be the real move coming in. Volume needs to come in though. Yes, sir. After the breakout. Oh, after the breakout, you mean here, around this area, yeah? Okay. If you're taking it here, then your stop. Was your stop all the way to here? Then that's a big, massive stop. If your stop was here, then you could still have taken 180. My Sega trade is not doing that great. It's on break even at the moment, and I don't mind taking early exit on it. But it's still holding up nicely. Chewy was a better option, to be honest. Chewy, I've been watching Chewy every all day actually to actually get into this move. I'm late for sure. I'm late, so it's one of those things. Yeah, Sega, have a look. I mean, this area here, if it does break that, I might exit on a break even because I don't like this drift down. But this could be a healthy pullback. Now, if you can manage to keep it until the break of the 12, then it's, I think, better because it has a potential to actually run. And this level held strongly, as you can see. Always remember to take some out on the level. This is to remind myself. The only issue with this one was I needed to be a little bit higher because I don't like to take my partials close to 1-to-1. This was more than 1-to-1, obviously, when it comes to stop, but I was just not that comfortable taking that partial. Anything over 1.5, close to 2R, is my first partial usually. So it's drifting now. I don't like what it's doing now. I might exit partial, break even on Sega because I have to go as well. I think 12.15, or if it hits 12.15 or 12.17, I'll get out. Right there, you see. Let me just zoom in on that. See, so 12.15 right there. Very close to break even. 3 cents loser it will be. So from on Chewy, it might look like there's not much of a move, but there is. If you can, you know, when we were discussing this around 27.55 area, that's almost 50 cents move there. And it still has that, it looks like it's got some strength in it. CRM is just your typical second day. If you look at this CRM. Remember, CRM, as I said yesterday as well, CRM is going to give that opportunity for us to join something as long as it's sticking by those earnings continuation play setup, and so far it's still valid. It doesn't mean that we chase it. We can still have an opportunity maybe tomorrow as well on this one. Now today we might go just a little bit weak. As long as it's staying green, we might have some opportunity for next few days on CRM. Okay, so what trade am I in? Well, I'm in Sega at the moment. Just for people joining in, Sega long here. My stop under 12, and it's actually looking good. I want this volume now. If this volume, this bar stays like that, and the volume starts rising, that will be really good for me, because that's gonna have enough strength to take the 1250 level. And once it does, we have a really good trade going for us. And then once it breaks that 1257 60s, we can clearly put our stop on the break even, just below break even, 1219s. I mean, even now my stop is around 1215, so it's very, very close to break even, right? Very close to break even. If it does come back and take me out, I'll come out of it break even. So far so good. Needs to stay like this. Ooh, AMC. Wow. What's GME doing? Wow, look at that. AMC, GME. Interesting. So I was on the verge of like just calling it a day because I was gonna hit next trade. If it was a loser, it would have hit my 3R. So let me just go through the trades quickly, and then I might end the stream. We definitely had Chewy. Chewy is a one. This is not actually my main loser. That's just like almost break even. Let me have a look. We had AMC one loser. AMC, right? Yeah, AMC one loser here. At that point, obviously shorted it, and then just took me out on the one. This is clearly 1 hour loser. On the break of the VWAP for sure. I wanted to give it more time, but the way it was going this bar, this candle was like a sign. Well, it wants to. At that point, SPY was also showing weakness. This was showing strength, so I was worried about that. And then I waited for it to create nice little high, and then on the break of the high of this red candle, I got out. So slight, like complete 1 hour loser there. And then I had, I believe, Siga short. Siga short was also 1 hour loser here, clearly. Maybe less than 1 hour because usually I give some room over the VWAP, like some leeway. But yeah, 1 hour. First trade, first short, 1 hour loser. And second trade at the moment we don't know yet. It's still like very close to break even. If it takes the high out, it's gonna be good for me. If it works out, it's gonna take my 2R out clearly. One trade can easily do that for me. But I need to make sure that 1260 breaks for me to actually go green on anything. So that's 2Rs. What else do we have? Chewy. This was a bigger picture idea. Following up with the earnings catalyst, is gapped up, is holding his gap. Nice little sort of very unusual price action, creeping back up over VWAP. Volume was just rising at that point. Took a long around 20, just break of 27s. So idea on this one was making sure that it breaks the VWAP and creates a nice little swing, and then I'll exit somewhere there. So yeah, I mean that's just about less. I mean very small loser. Again, I had plans of adding to it as well. So overall, generally about 2R, maybe just over 2R. That is the update for the trades, and the one that we missed is Chewy. Right there, 27.50. I think I was mentioning 55 somewhere there. Yeah, couldn't have gotten filled anyways, I think. But I was actually waiting for that early entry on it. And this, I believe, might have some decent run because we are over the top of the daily. Next daily is about 28.45s. If it starts to trade over 28s, we might see another 50 cents move easily. Yeah. So, yeah, exactly, Jesse. SPY is just stuck in between. Now it's starting to create some sort of a volume, bring in some volume, some sort of a momentum. But is it enough for it to take out that this 411? And also midday, does it have strength? Maybe not. So you have to remember today, one thing I probably didn't mention is I believe we have a long weekend UK Queen Jubilee holiday, right? So that means we have really like all the UK traders are probably not trading. I'm an exception, obviously. I'm crazy. I'm one of the crazy ones. But most of the traders, especially the banks and everything, they're not trading. So you gotta expect a bit of volatility, not volatility, sorry, chop, and low range, small ranges. So um, just you gotta put that into consideration that, I'm a rare UK trader. Yes, I'm a rare commodity. Who wants to buy me? Rare commodity. Dude, AMD was the one, right? And I don't like to trade AMD. I gotta admit, I hate trading AMD. I just can't read that thing. And when I don't trade it, it obviously creates some really decent moves. But that also means that you guys can trade AMD. If I don't touch it, it behaves. As soon as I start touching it, it just goes all over the place. No, not really. No, not the UK market. SPY is about to create some momentum now. Volume is coming in, so this might be the start. SPY actually tends to do that. And let me show you on SPY. SPY tends to do that. Looking back yesterday, okay. You see this zone of ours? Look, every single day I create these zones, making sure it's staying below that. And if it stays below that, I can make up easy decisions. Yesterday, trading was very, very nice because the SPY did that after the zone, right? But it wasn't earlier on, was it? It was after an hour or so, similar to today. So let's have a look at I believe Tuesday. Now Tuesday was different. Tuesday was just earlier big move and then just chops around, creates this range, big massive range. But I think later on midday, it started to move. Yeah. And let's have a look at Friday. Friday was also different. It has some really decent momentum, but usually you will see this chop over that first half an hour, 1 hour, and then it will start to create the direction. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I will be trading. I will be keeping an eye on SIGA, but I have my hard set stop on pretty close to break even on SIGA. If it takes me out, that's fine. I'm done for the day with a 2R loser, 2.3, 2.4R. All right, guys, I wish you best of luck. By the way, UK, we have a bank holiday today as well as tomorrow. So that's why UK traders are not trading, just for your information. That's why I'm not going to be trading tomorrow as well. I'm glad that I, kept it to very minimal losers. It could have been worse today, but that's fine. Yesterday was a great day. I think I had about 6R winner day yesterday. Could be wrong on that. But yeah. I will see you next week, guys. Next week, Monday, right? Monday, 9 a.m. EST. Until then, have a lovely weekend. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Take it easy, yeah? Stay safe. Stay healthy.